Janine Pirro here with an urgent warning. While we celebrate Trump's historic win, inflation continues to drain your IRA and 401k. And China is now targeting your money with a kill shot on the dollar. That's why thousands of Americans are shielding their savings with gold and contacting the experts at Colonial Metals Group. For a free 2024 gold guide that explains everything, go to freegoldguide.com/Pirro, Pirro, or call 800-965-8004. Don't let America's enemies ruin this victory and steal your retirement money. The experts at Colonial Metals Group are the only folks that I trust to bulletproof your wealth in gold. Go to freegoldguide.com/Pirro or call 800-965-8004, 800-965-8004 for a free 2024 gold guide to learn how you can protect your life's work and if you can qualify for a free home safe and up to $7,500 in free silver now. freegoldguide.com/Pirro.
It's a common sense recap of the big stories. It's Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist of the New York Post, Michael Goodwin. Michael, first off, let's get to all the border crisis and everything else that's happening in New York State. I mean, it really is incredible to see all of these cases that we're seeing, and it's certainly coming to a head between Eric Adams and President Trump. Now looking like they're going to work together. I mean, he met with Tom Homan, and Adams says, try to cancel me. I'm staying in the race.
Yeah, it's never too late to make a new friend, I guess.
Trump's good at that.
Look, there is clearly an emergency in this country, and if only it's about people not trusting the government. I mean, when you see this exercise in folly that's going on with the drones and, oh, don't worry, we know what it is. Well, tell us what it is. Well, we don't know what it is really, but don't worry, trust us. This is not the era for that. There is no trust in government right now that allows them to get away with that. And so their refusal to go into any detail, to offer any convincing evidence, only increases the distrust. I think this is, in many ways, the biggest crisis in America today. I mean, I agree with Rudy. We don't know who these people are who came across the border. There may be as many as 13, 14 million all told. I mean, we've never had an influx of people like this, none of them vetted. And so it is a potential real danger. And we've seen the individual cases of murder. We've seen the crime in New York surging because of the migrants. So this is something that has to be dealt with. And yet here we have the government, what's left of it, the sleepy president, a disappearing vice president, and Mayorkas, and their rampant failures around the world, and they're telling us to trust them. It's not going to work. And I hope that before they leave office, they will clear up this mystery, because it's just further, I think, undermining the credibility of the next administration, because it just creates doubts in people that they can take at face value what their president tells them. So that's a big one I think they've got to deal with. But I'm afraid they won't. And so I think this is, all this talk that Donald Trump is already the president, that's true on a certain level, but on another level, it's not true. He's not the actual president, but we're still, 35 days away 33. From the inauguration?
33.
All right.
By the way, who is the president? I haven't seen him in ages.
Yeah, but things are happening that make that feel like it's a long way off. And unless the White House wakes up and takes its responsibility seriously, I think there's going to be a further diminishment of trust.
Yeah, absolutely.
Michael, we were talking about some of these executive orders that Biden is rushing out the door now, and that's probably not too uncommon. A president who has about, 25 days left in office. But also they're doing a massive spending binge. I don't know if you've been paying attention to this, spending every quarter they can get their hands on, and of course, billions and billions.
$10 billion to Iran?
Billions.
Why would they give $10 billion to Iran?
Yeah, and the border wall. How about selling off pieces of the border wall? It's like they're undermining it every turn.
Iran maybe couldn't make payroll to Hamas and Hezbollah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, well, and also I think they're doing some policy things about labor contracts with federal workers, some subsidies to California, I believe, California companies. I mean, they're doing these things. It almost feels as though they're trying to sabotage or undercut the new administration and locking in these arrangements that they think the next president can't change.
Wait, just a second. Go ahead, Michael. Go ahead, Michael.
Well, I'm just saying that the locking in of these arrangements, whether it's contracts or subsidies or whatever, is at this stage of the game is really suspicious. It really does feel like it's some kind of sabotage rather than the ordinary affairs of business. Of government.
Now, I liked what he said before. Real danger. It reminded me of
danger, Will Robinson. Danger, no, Will Robinson. Danger.
The War of the World.
War of the World. Steve Moore, go ahead.
Oh, just a couple of points. I mean, first of all, what you guys were saying about Trump making new friends. How about the fact that he had the major technology company CEOs? I guess for a lunch or dinner over.
They're all coming in like separately, like to kiss the ring.
These are the people who used to hate Trump, and so I don't know. Michael, I feel like there's this new aura about Trump that everybody wants to go see him. The hatred of Trump seems to have passed by, and he's like the most popular guy in America today.
Look, it is extraordinary, and I think you're right, Steve. And it strikes me that it's two things. Primarily, I believe, it's about Biden. It's that secretly they all knew, all the media, all the tech people, that the Biden-Harris administration was an absolute failure, and that 4 more years of that would have been a total disaster for their companies and for the country, and maybe for the free world. Secondly, I think it also points out that all this talk about Trump being Hitler, Nazi, they didn't believe a word of it.
He invited him to the White House.
Have lunch with Hitler.
Yeah, exactly. Let's have Hitler over. Rudy Washington.
No, Michael, I just wanted to say, because when a country begins to lose faith in its institutions, that's the beginning of the collapse. Yes. And President Trump's election was timely. When I look at the mess that's been created in the world, there's not another political figure that I would have confidence in to be able to resolve it. I mean, look at what happened in Syria last week. And now there's a big threat of them letting a lot of the ISIS prisoners out. And these are the most deadly of deadlies.
And look what's happening in Europe, right? With all the governments falling. Canada,
Germany.
Great Britain is very shaky. Germany, Italy's got a new not far right, but conservative prime minister. France, of course, is in trouble. There are a lot of like the tectonic plates are shifting here, and I believe Donald Trump is at the center of a lot of this. That people look at Trump. And they look at him as the leader of the free world already. And they are, I think, by and large, they are happy about that because they see that weakness begets failure, begets more weakness and danger. And Trump is not regarded by anybody that I've ever met or heard of as weak. He is regarded as strong.
That's not the word. That's not the word that comes to mind.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't even think enemies say that. Michael Goodwin, really great to have you here on such important topics, Michael. Really great. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you all.
Eden Memorial Chapels understands Jewish funerals can take many forms. Some are Orthodox, while others are more conservative or of a Reformed nature. There's no one better. With services close to all New York and New Jersey cemeteries, Eden Memorial Chapels offer fair and balanced pricing and can provide easy transfer of you and your loved ones to Israel. While you're grieving, they're here to take care of all the details so that you deal with less bureaucracy and have more peace of mind. Go to EdenMemorial.com. That's EdenMemorial.com.
Roger Stone here with an urgent warning. While we celebrate Trump's historic win, inflation continues to drain your IRA and 401k. And China is now targeting your money with a kill shot on the U.S. dollar. That's why thousands of Americans are shielding their savings with gold and contacting the experts at Colonial Metals Group. Gold has protected American wealth through every financial war. For a free 2024 gold guide that explains everything, go to freegoldguide.com/stone or call 800-747-6589. So go to freegoldguide.com/stone or call 800-747-6589. That's 800-747-6589 for a free 2024 gold guide to learn how you can protect your life's work, and if you qualify for a free home safe and up to $7,500 in free silver right now. That's freegoldguide.com/stone.